Steve from Big Boy Trains here. In today's video, we're going to go over the 2024 Lionel Big Book and what order I'm about to place just before the deadline this week, February 13th. So there's a lot to offer in this book, and everybody has already covered what's in this book. And this is going to be a slightly different video. It's going to be just what I'm going to order. And the significance of this is whatever I order out of this catalog, you're going to see a review and an unboxing on this channel. So you get to see exactly how it comes, and then shortly after, I'll do a review of my thoughts, how much or what I think of it, how much I appreciate it, how much I enjoy it, and if there's any negatives, we'll go there too. So the first item that I already ordered was the Vision Line Triflex. I ordered mine from Mr. Muffins because he had a custom run. It's the OD Green military one, the U.S. Army version. And here's a photo of it. I'm a big fan of military trains. It's kind of what I'm basing my entire railroad around, the Fox Valley Western. And that one fits the bill. Item number 2 is going to be on, what is this, page 19, the Union Pacific. Got to get my brand new glasses from the VA here. It's going to be on page number 19. It's Union Pacific 3589. It's the H7-2882. So I'm also a big fan of Union Pacific. I grew up watching them drive by. Rail fanning myself at a young age before I even knew really what rail fanning was. I honestly didn't even know that was a thing until recently. So a big fan of Union Pacific, hence the 4014 that I'm getting. I've already seen and touched the big boy 4014, so I got to get one of those. And then the next one, as far as the next largest one, is going to be this 30-inch long H7. So I went with 3589, honestly, just for looks. I'm not a big fan of the Vanderbilt tenders. I like the longer engines, being 30 inches long. Actually, you know what? The thing I don't know is the Vanderbilt tender is a little bit shorter, and in the description here, it doesn't say a length difference between the two. So if you're familiar with this, leave a comment below, and let me know what your thoughts are between the different tenders. The photos show that there's a different length between all of these, and I'd like to know what it is, if there is even a difference. So the next item up is going to be, let me go to my tab here. There's going to be a lot. It's on page 41. I have a couple ES44s already. My first engine was the Veteran Thank You for Your Service edition, right over there, number 1775. And I'm a fan. So I have all of the ES44s that I have are the military versions. So now I'm going to switch over and go with the non-military versions. So on page 40, BNSF number 5780, and then the super base units 5909. On the left here I have BNSF SD70s and the super base unit, and I'm not very happy with the audio out of either one of them. I don't know if something happened with mine. I went to Berwyn's Toys and Trains, and I listened to a similar unit that they had, and it sounds so much better than mine. And it's out of the same page in the same catalog as these two. So I'm thinking there's an issue. It doesn't sound horrible, but it could just sound better. So I'm going to give the super base units another try here in this catalog, going with the BNSF, and then also with the Union Pacific 5282, and then the super base 5251. Like I said, I'm a big fan of Union Pacific, and this would be my first ES44s in Union Pacific, and that's actually the first one that I wanted to get. It hasn't happened yet. But this catalog seems like a great time to do it. And also, I'm strongly considering on the same page, number 41, or page number 41, the Norfolk Southern 8034. Now, this is a specific request by my girlfriend, who's a big fan of the black and white. She specifically said, I don't need to get it, and don't get it just because of her. Maybe that's an excuse to get another one? Maybe. We'll see how that one works out. But this is a video about what I am going to order, so I guess I just kind of confirmed that. So off to the fourth tab here. It's on page number 67, actually 66. So I'm interested in these hot box reefers. I've never seen one. My understanding is the last time these were released was some time ago, and they weren't done very well. So this is Lionel's second go at trying to improve these and just do a better job. From what I understand, David Lionel said they did do a better job on this series. So we're going to give it a shot. And I'm going to stick with the Union Pacific theme, going with the Pacific Fruit Express number 5845. I don't have any of the reefer cars yet. That's a series. That's a package that I still need to pick up. With this being such a large order, I don't know when that will happen because as with all of us, I had to make some compromises here, and I kind of went over budget a little bit with this one. I know I'm gonna have to work a little bit of my side job to cover all these tabs. But again, it's my first catalog order, so I'm kind of going all out. I'll ask forgiveness later, right? So that's going to be, like I said, Pacific Fruit Express 5845, and then I'll just have to get like the 3-car set to match those at some point, and I'll probably do that pretty soon. The next one is on page 69, and this is actually a series. So in 2023's catalogs, they had a series of these Union Pacific World War II boxcars. I didn't get any of them. Obviously, I've only been in the hobby for a few months now, so I missed the opportunity, or so I thought. While I was going over this catalog the other day at Berwyn's Trains and Toys, or Toys and Trains, Tim there mentioned that since these haven't been these haven't arrived yet, and they ordered some extras, they can allocate some to me. So I already had an interest in this catalog, acquiring every one of these, and I'll just make a really long 21 boxcar train, and I was worried about getting the initial 9 or 10 if you go with the sound car, and it doesn't seem to be a problem. He's going to put me on the list to get one of the sets that are not allocated, or at least like each one of the 3-car sets that are not allocated. So that's a good thing. So in this next round, the order I'm going to be placing this week, likely tomorrow, I'm going to get pretty much everything on these 2 pages, except for the caboose. I'm not a big fan of the cabooses that are all one color. So I'm probably going to shy away from that one and go with one of the later ones. It was my understanding there's going to be a couple different cabooses released in the next catalog. So it's going to be quite pricey. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 $250 sets, so it's $1,000 in boxcars, which is it's a difficult pill to swallow, but it's pack number 4, 5, 6, and 7, because packs 1, 2, and 3 were in the previous catalog, and then the Union Pacific PS1 Freight Sounds boxcar, the Look Dad version. So pretty much, like I said, everything on these 2 pages is on the list except for the caboose. In this room, I have 320 feet of track, that's another story or another secret. This eventually is going to be moved out of this room. I don't know when, but all of the carpet has to come out of this room, which means all 320 feet of track have to get pulled out. But that's a story for a different video at a later date. But at some point, I plan on having some pretty long trains. The room downstairs is a finished basement, and we're 15 feet long, and then that takes it to 29 feet long. So it almost doubles the amount of space that I'll have. So we'll see if I get to use that room. Right now it's not being used for anything other than my bike. So again, different video for a different time, but the things to come. So, all right, and then let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's tab number 6. Jump over to tab number 7 here. And tab number 7, we're gonna be going to page 104, where you have these TMCC speeders. They're kind of just cool little cars. Honestly, I don't have any speeders. I like the speeders. I think it'd be pretty cool to toss, one in each track and just, have all 3 tracks run in a different one, or maybe I'm hoping to do a 4th track at some point, but have 4 little speeders just zipping around. It seemed like it'd be a good time. So obviously, I'm not going to pass up the U.S. Army TC. It's item number 2435170. It's the all black and white one. I just got to get it. It goes with my theme. I'm from Chicago here, so the Chicago Northwestern number 400. I'm going to go with that too. And the chassis system 6240. So I got the transportation core, the Chicago Northwestern, and the chassis systems. I'm not a big fan of the Rock Island or the Area 51. Area 51 stuff is good for some people. They do a good job with it. I don't really model it very well or at all. So I don't think I'm going to delve into that. But I believe Eric's Trains is getting the radioactive set, so he might be able to model the Area 51 series after that. So moving on to the next tab is a very difficult decision. So I've made the decision to get something off of this page, and that would be the Polar Express. But I haven't yet decided if I want to go with the plasma coat, the prototypical black, or with the maroon. I think the maroon, well, I think we've decided that's out. I just don't like it as much. I do like all three. I'm just put it out there. I like all three. I think they're all done pretty well. But I'm leaning towards the plasma coat. I'm going to have a lot of black steam in this room. I already have one. I have a couple more coming. I think I'm going to go with the plasma coat. I just hope that they get the color right. I haven't experienced, actually I have. I've experienced the one engine. It's not mine. It's one at Berwyn Trains and Things where the Great Northern train is not orange and green, it's orange and brown, like a rust brown. So I saw they messed up that color, and I've heard of other colors being messed up. So I think I just made the decision. That's the color I'm going to go with. Either way, I'm going with either the black or the blue, but I think I'm going to go with the blue. So unfortunately, by doing so, that's not going to be placed through my favorite train store here in Berwyn. It's going to have to go through lionelstore.com. So sorry, Tom. Sorry, Tim. That one's going to go through the only place I can get it from. So next is a fourth speeder for my fourth track. This is telling me I need to set up the fourth track. It's going to be the North Pole Central TMCC speeder. This one's a little bit more expensive. It's $50 more because it has the plow. I think it'd be cool to have one with a plow on it. I mean, come on, it's a Christmas train. You gotta have something plowing around the train or the snow off the tracks. Please don't put any snow on your actual tracks. That's a no-go. So I like it quite a bit. Red and green are my favorite colors together, and I think it'll just be a good addition, especially having four speeders flying around. So the next one is out of the previous catalog. I didn't think this would be available. But it's on page 173, the CP Veterans Bay window caboose, and I like that. It will match my CP SD90s that I have here, which is fantastic. So like I said, I didn't think that would be available, but I'm also seeing the Union Pacific stock cars on here. So these are orders that I think I can get these from Berwyn, and then I'll be able to have both the big boy freight train and have the caboose that matches my veterans trains, which would be fantastic. And then lastly, so the last video I did where I'm running trains the other day, I ran everything I have in here. Even the Christmas cars were down underneath with the lights going and everything. And I ran the Frisco 1630 Decapod, and the two Burlington Northerns. One is just a super base and non-powered. But the smoke units were going in both. And then the Canadian Pacific, the green one is powered with smoke and everything. The tan one is not, or the desert tan is not powered. So that wasn't using any power. But also over here, I have my three ES44s, the two black ones and the Canadian National. So all of those were running on a single Powerhouse 180 watt power supply, and it did it. I couldn't really kick the speed up too crazy or else it would trip, but I'm at that point. I've reached that point to where I'm out of power. So that brings us to page 209, and the ZWL transformer is on here. I just need to upgrade more power, and honestly I would like to have each track isolated on its own block. So that way if something does derail or something happens, I don't have to reset every single train. It's only been a few months, and that's gotten to be rather annoying, especially now that I'm getting used to the hobby. My 86-foot boxcars, I had to weight down a lot because even on 072, they just weren't having a good time. So I've had to learn and add weights to quite a few cars. The coal cars that are behind me, you can't see them. You might be able to see one over here. I had to put weight in those also. They did fine, except for when you get up to speed, then they would just fly off. So I put weight in the bottoms. I ended up using half ounce wheel weights. I got 144 ounces and little squares, half ounce squares on Amazon for like $23. So it works out great. It's got like a little tar glue to stick inside there. It pops off real easy, doesn't leave any residue. So that's what I'm using. But the point is, like I said, I had all 8 of these, 7 of them powder running in here. Did a nice 30-minute video, at least what I thought was nice. My production quality is still lacking, but they ran without any issues until I crank up the power and make them go a little faster. So the ZWL is quite a chunk of change, but so are all these engines. But that's going to seal the deal for my 2024 catalog. Hey, so what items are you looking at ordering, or at least wanting to order? I mean, there's several items on here that I'd love to order, but you know, we all have budgets, and some bigger than others. I get that. But do me a favor, leave a comment below. Let me know what you're planning to order, or what you would like to order, or even if what would you like to see. And then if you want to see me unbox these items and review them as they come in, go ahead and click the subscribe button, and then you'll get notified as each video comes in. So, like I said, all of these orders, or all these items, I'm going to place the order here likely tomorrow at Berwyn Toys and Trains. As each one comes in, I'll do an unboxing, try to speed that up a little bit so it's not as dry, actually getting the items out of the box. Kind of show you how things are packaged, how well they arrived. Everything that's come by mail has been damaged in some way, and most of the items I pick up have been in good shape. So, but we'll check that out. You'll see it live with me, and then, like I said, after a couple weeks, maybe a month, or whatever time, however long it takes me to get used to these items, I'll do an in-depth review, more so an up-close review to give you my thoughts and show you as close as I can with my Nikon D500 camera and my close-up lenses to give you as much detail as I can on all the cars, so that you can kind of get a good idea, see if it's something that you're interested in, or just enjoy the details on the cars. I have had to move over to glasses recently. Like I said, these just arrived today, and it's a lot harder for me to see on the small phone. So I oftentimes put my YouTube videos up on my big TV screen in the living room, and that's how I watch YouTube. And then I've watched a couple of my own videos critiquing myself, trying to see the details. So anyways, that's the end of this video. This is what I'm going to order, and I'll see you in the next video. This is Steve from Big Boy Trains. Thanks for joining me.